Aquarius, this is your June 22nd to June 28th forecast. And for you, this week, the new moon in Cancer on June 25th, as well as the summer solstice, which is occurring a little before the week on June 20th, is going to be the most influential transits for you. It's going to highlight your love and relationships. And this is a window for you to heal and to deepen emotional connections, especially those rooted in spiritual resonance or any soul contracts that you know that you may have with others. And you're being guided to really embrace group energy with a conscious connection circle or spiritual gathering, and allow the collective heart to amplify your own healing. So it's looking like soul family, soul tribe is going to be beneficial to you this week. Also look at those signs and synchronicities that are happening and occurring. So I see you sort of being divinely guided into particular situations or scenarios. So really pay attention to that and realize and recognize what's happening here. Also, if you're seeing the numbers like 1111 or 777, you are being guided to look that up and to really there will be messages there that you may resonate with. We'll say it that way. Okay, so you're also showing up here as the King of Pentacles. So you may be a little focused on your finances, and that may be a source of contention. For others of you, if you're not in a relationship, then you may be like, yeah, I'm not like really looking for love at this time. I'm really focused on my coins, my money, and getting that together. And then those of you that are in a relationship, it may be a source of contention where, you know, there may be a little more focus placed on that over the connection here, and you're just going to be working through that. But it's also very funny here that the guidance is directing you towards soul family and soul tribe, and that is also coming up here, you connecting with the community and celebrating in some way, or that at least just bringing positive energy into your environment. So let's look at any obstacles. Okay, so you may want to give up. You may really want to give up, and you're being strongly advised against that. We also have the Two of Wands. There may be a lot of options that you're trying to shift through, and you may just feel a little overwhelmed with everything that's going on. We know immediately what can help you is to really minimize everything to its lowest point so that you can just get through it. Also, if something's not a priority to you, then let it go or set it aside. And when I say minimize things to their lowest point, that really means break things down into the smallest components possible so that you are able to make small steps towards progress in your goals. If you find it difficult to execute in large quantities. We also have the Nine of Pentacles here as well. So yeah, there's definitely this financial component tied to things here that may come up. It may be an opportunity for you to work through your budget with your partner, or to look at those finances and identify areas where you can cut back. You can let some things go. There may be things that, like subscriptions that you may have that you're not watching or nobody's watching, and it's like, you know, why are we paying for this? So yeah, there may be a lot of opportunities for you to make adjustments to help you get things back aligned and on track. Okay. So for some of you, there may be a sense of either you or your partner just losing a little bit of the passion, or just being focused so much on other areas that, you know, the passion is kind of slipping away a little bit, and it's sort of like an ebb and flow. So it's not like that's been your whole relationship, but, you know, there may be times like now for some of you where it is like, okay, you know, we're really working towards these particular financial goals right now, so that's really where much of the focus is. Or, you know, the kids are home from school now, so there's not, you know, that much time to have alone time. yeah, so whatever this is, you may be finding and feeling like, you know, you want to incorporate more passion into the process here. And some of you may be letting that worry you. Okay, so we'll get you some advice, but overthinking it, overanalyzing it is something that could be more detrimental, as opposed to just thinking of ways that you can incorporate more a stronger connection into your existence. If it's date nights, if it's, you know, spending time taking walks together or watching movies or just whatever it is, there are options and solutions available to you. And it's about you connecting within and trusting yourself and trusting the information that you receive. Also, some of you, may even feel like, okay, this is really that point where a separation may be good for you, because you know that things are just not aligned with who you are, and they've never been aligned. So I feel like this is speaking to some individuals in particular that knew from the start that this wasn't it. That's not what they wanted, but, you know, it was, you know, lust, or it was just, you know, a safety net, safety measures. It was just comfortable. Well, for whatever reason it was, some of you may be connecting with that truth and clarity that there is someone that's more aligned with you out there. Okay. And this is like underlying subconscious type of shit going on here, right? So if you are being honest with yourself and this connects, then it connects. But some of you, it may not be your story, which is totally okay. And then others of you, it's like, okay, am I being truthful with myself if you haven't quite connected with this yet? So again, it's just wherever you are is perfectly fine. And not everything is going to resonate for everyone. We also have the Fool here, and there may be this fear also about you starting over. So knowing that, like, okay, this really isn't my person, or this isn't the direction I want to go in, but I do have this fear of starting over, and not necessarily wanting to go through all that again, to go through the dating process again and put myself out there again, and to learn, like, what's your favorite color, what's your sign, you know, like, you may be thinking like, yeah, I'm over all of that. I don't know if I have the energy for that. You have the energy for anything that you desire. Okay, that's what you're wanting, something better, something new. Then you can deal with it, you can handle it, and you will receive what you desire. Okay, let's see, let's look at your beliefs. Okay, so some of you may be thinking that if you just put more effort into things, that will work, or that will make a difference. And in some cases that is going to be true. It is more about connecting more deeply with your partner and expressing your needs and really working through the challenges and the contrast that comes up for both sides. And then for others of you, you may just find that being honest with yourself is like, yeah, I don't want to put that energy there. I'd rather put that energy and work into something new and or myself. Okay. We also have avoid reading when unbalanced. Okay, so some of you may also be spending a lot of time like doing tarot, or I'm even hearing like witchcraft, or just using mechanisms outside of yourself and relying on that for your decision-making process, like too much, like overly doing that, like doing it for every single little tiny thing that comes up, as opposed to relying on your intuition and allowing your higher self to guide you. Okay, so if you feel like that's you, then you may want to take a little bit of a step back and connect more deeply within. Okay. All right. So also, and again, don't shoot the messenger, but this does need to be said. Like, some of you are allowing like this self-fulfilling prophecy to occur and happen. And by that, I mean like you thinking like, oh, I'm not good enough, or, oh, you know, there's nobody out there for me, so I might as well just do this or stay here or just not even look. And then by doing that, you won't connect with the person that's for you because you don't think they exist, and you're not opening up yourself and being flexible and inviting that type of energy towards you. So there's really some quick solutions here by you opening up your eyes and allowing the truth to come through. Because you know, from a truthful perspective, it's not true that there's nobody for you if that's what you want and desire. Okay, so you know that's not true. So this is really about not engaging in those false truths and really focusing on what your desires are, and in the present moment, staying in the present moment as well. So what else do we have here? Oh, you know what? I want to look at externally here. Okay, what else? All right, so I feel like the universe is really working and conspiring to bring you what it is that you're desiring here. So it's like, allow the universe that space, that time to bring you what you need in divine timing. Okay, because there is confirmation here that you thinking that something's not available or doesn't exist is the universe really like working to bring that towards you, but you may be focused on like putting that energy out there of like, oh, it's not for me, it's never going to happen. So then the universe has to like, oh, well, actually Aquarius doesn't want that because they're saying it's never going to happen. So okay, I'm going to give them exactly what they want and it will never happen. Okay, so be mindful of your thoughts and the energy that you're putting out and the state that you're in. If you're in that state of lack and you stay there, then how can the universe bring you out of that if that's where you are? The universe is only aligning with your frequency and your energy. Okay, so what else is going on out there? Okay, so we do, yeah, okay, so this is also that confirmation that things are working together to bring you what you desire. So that's what your environment is doing out there. There's passion out there. There's love out there. And that's whether you're with someone or not. It's all about what you desire. If you want more passion in your relationship, which we see could be the case here, that is available to you. And it may be about you deciding like, okay, maybe let's do this. Maybe let's make sure that we incorporate, you know, our walks or talks or date nights or whatever it is that you and your partner decide to do to bring in more passion and creativity and fun and joy and sex and everything into it. Like, everything's on the table here, whatever you're desiring. But that is out in the energy around you, surrounding you, and in your environment. And that's what the universe can bring to you if that's what you want. Okay? What else are we looking at here? Okay. So you are being guided to really pay attention to the things that you're learning as a part of this journey and this process here, and let the things go that aren't serving you, and take the lessons that you learn and incorporate that into your next steps, the way that you move forward, the way you work things out with your partner, the way you open yourself up to love and to new beginnings. Take those lessons that you learned and be wiser, be smarter. Okay, so we have the 5 of Swords here as well. Okay, so as you are encountering conflict, there may be certain things that happen here where you're going to make that choice, or you're going to feel like it's kind of made for you. So whether it's divine intervention or just a lesson that you truly needed to learn here, that may come up here. Okay, so just so you are aware of that. But you have everything you need within you already to work through that and to persevere through those obstacles. What else? So you have the Nine of Wands. Okay, yeah, and as a part of that process, you are going to shift into this new version of you where you're taking those lessons, you have greater knowledge and wisdom, so you're not approaching situations, relationships, people in the same way as you did previously. You're doing it from a much smarter, wiser position and version of you. So we have Scorpio energy here. And if you feel like any of these types of energies are coming up, that is to allow you to recognize that as something that is outside of yourself, that's not a part of your authentic self, and that is your opportunity to change that and adjust. So jealousy, possessiveness, being secretive, being vengeful, being confrontational, obsessing, trying to be controlling or manipulative. Yeah, these are all energies that you're being guided to recognize if they come up. That, yeah, that is out of alignment with who you authentically are. Okay, so some of you, it may take you a little longer to recognize and realize that. Okay, so just know that the more you stay in this type of energy and those lower vibrational frequencies and energies, the harder it is for you to get out of them. And it's possible. It's not saying that, oh, you can't get out of that state. You absolutely can, anytime that you desire it. But it's really up to you, where you want to be, what energy you want to be in, and how you want to feel. But there's no one that's holding you here and keeping you in that lower vibration but you. So it's all up to you, and it's all your choice. We also have the Queen of Pentacles. So others of you are like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm working on my coins. I'm working on my relationship. I'm working through those challenges and that contrast that comes up in a productive, constructive way. Okay, so we have both paths here. So it's really just about where you are and what you desire to do. We also have the High Priestess coming through. Okay. So for some reason, I'm really being called to say like nature is going to have some impact here. So whether it's you like just grounding yourself in nature or connecting with nature, that is going to be helpful to you in this process. And for some of you, it is like getting out with your soul family in nature, or getting out with your partner in nature, and that being healing to both of you and everyone involved. Okay. So let's see, what else do we have? Oh, so we have ever changing. This answer can change. And yeah, that's always possible. With all of these readings, they can always change because you have free will. This is really just based on the energy at this current time, or the time that's specified in the reading. But you know you have the power to choose your reality, and you have the power to make decisions and change things as a part of the process and along the way. So nothing's ever set in stone, basically, is the information that you need to know. And you're constantly transforming and changing. So if you feel like you even started down a path and you're like, oh no, I want to change course, you can absolutely do that. Okay. So what else do we have here? So we have temptation. So there may be some temptation that comes up for you that you may need to deal with and work through. What else? Simplify. So if there's a way that you can simplify things in your relationships, or that temptation that does come up, if you can work to, like, say, for instance, if you're trying to, and we'll just use an easy one, like get in better shape. So if you find that, you do want to eat that cupcake, you want to eat like 4 of them or something, you may want to just eat one, do things in moderation, simplify things in the process, as opposed to starving yourself or not eating it, not partaking in it. Maybe it's about eating half of it or eating one of it, or just eating one. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I explained that well. That didn't come out the smoothest, but I feel like you hear what I'm saying here. All right, what else? So we have saving and security. Pay attention to your finances. So yeah, the finances are coming up here again. So that may be something that you find that you may need to work through with your partner here. So that may be a part of the contrast, a part of the challenges that come up. And so maybe it is about connecting and collaborating on a way that you can incorporate fun into your budget but not overspend, or you can realign, readjust things so that you're able to pay things, save, as well as kind of cut out some extra expenses that just, you know, like I said earlier with the example of like if you have subscriptions and it's like we're not even watching this stuff, so there may be opportunity there for you. But yeah, your savings and finances are being highlighted here as well as a part of the process. So they will have some influence in some way. All right, so what else? Oh, so we have change your focus. And you will know what this means. So you may be focused in a particular area, like whether it is like too much on material things or too much, you know, on spiritual growth and development, to where you're negating things in your current environment. So wherever this is, really work to prioritize your needs and minimize everything that you have going on. Break it down as much as you can so that you don't have 10 things to focus on. You only have a couple things to focus on. Okay? And then we have look in a book. So there may be books out here. So spiritual guidance, love and relationships, career and finances. There are absolutely books in all different genres, areas that may be helpful to you. So this is a message for someone, or maybe all of you, to connect with reading. Okay? All right, Aquarius, so those are the messages I have for you. Thank you so much for watching and have a great week.